Are you ready for some fun? If you're watching this video, it's because you're looking for a full ship tour on the Carnival Elation. So come on, let me show you around. Now, before we get started, there's a couple of things you gotta know. First, you gotta think of the ship from front of the ship to back of the ship, with the right side of the ship as if you're facing towards the front, and the left side of the ship as if you're facing towards the front. That's gonna really help you to stay navigated on where to go and how to find it. There is so much to do on this ship that it would take basically a 30-minute video to explain all the different bars, lounges, little nooks and crannies, the art gallery, all the different restaurants on this ship. And I know you're excited for the cruise, but I'm just gonna tell you the highlights that you can come to expect. Throughout this video, I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks, some shortcuts that you can find your way throughout the ship. There's gonna be 3 elevators that you're gonna basically use. There's one in the front of the ship, one in the middle of the ship, and then one at the very back of the ship. So let's talk about the promenade elevators. The promenade elevators basically are these glass elevators that can take you places that the other elevators can't. They start at the 7th floor and can take you all the way up to the 12th floor. Now there's only 2 of them and they're pretty much always busy, so you won't find yourself taking them very often. Now here's what you need to know about the staircases. The staircases are going to get used a lot. You're really going to make sure to use your leg muscles pretty much your whole cruise. The reason why is because the elevators, with the amount of people that's on the ship, the elevators are just too slow. So if you have to use the elevators, you will. If you don't have to use the elevators, you're pretty much guaranteed to use the stairs. So here's something really interesting that I realized. If you're walking down the hallway from your room trying to find the nearest elevator, all you have to do is look at the carpet. Where the carpet is blue, it's all rooms. Then you'll see an orange, kind of rusty looking spot. That's how you know an elevator is close. The promenade is looking beautiful this morning. On deck number 9, it's pretty much everyone's favorite deck. The reason why is because the casino is located on deck 9. Welcome to the casino bar. This bar is typically packed during the nighttime or even in the middle of the day. Now, right in here next to the casino bar is a stage. They typically have live music on that stage. It's not very loud, but it is some live music located right over there. If you love comedy, you gotta check out some of the comedy shows in the Romeo and Juliet Lounge. Now, right back from the casino is going to be one of my favorite places, Java Blue. So this is where your coffee and some of your pastries are gonna be found in the morning time. And then right across from Java Blue, Carnival knows their stuff because guess what they put? A candy shop. So it's my favorite spot and then my son's favorite shop right next to it. Now this is on the right side of the ship if you're facing towards the front. Okay, here's another shortcut for you. So if you're located on the 9th deck and you're trying to get up to the 10th deck, you don't want to have to walk to the elevator in the middle of the ship, the front of the ship, or the back of the ship. There is a shortcut. There is a random staircase located on the right side of the ship just as you exit kind of through the casino, and this staircase actually takes you right up to the Lido deck. So make sure to keep your eyes open for this staircase. So here's a shortcut for you. If you're looking to try and figure out how in the world do you get to the Inspiration restaurant, this is the way that I go. You take the elevators up to the 9th floor, you go all the way to the back of the ship, and then you take the staircase down to the 8th floor. This is the staircase. So you can actually enter into the restaurant through the alchemy bar right here. If you're coming with kids and you want to know where to leave your kids, there's a few different environments. Located on deck number 9 is Club O2. This is gonna be for your older teenagers, obviously the ones that you don't really have to watch much. Then below that, you have Circle C. These are gonna be for kids that are like 11, 12, 10, sometimes 9 years old. Then up on the 12th deck, you're gonna find Camp Ocean. This is gonna be for your smaller children. So there's a whole bunch of different kids environments while you're on the ship for them to enjoy. Now, here's a parent hack for you. When you come to the ship, you have to make sure you get a children's calendar. That's what I'm gonna call it. The reason why is because you're not always gonna drop off your 8-year-old in the same location. You're not always gonna drop off your 4-year-old in the same location. Sometimes they take the kids around the ship. Sometimes they put the kids in different environments. If I had a complaint about the ship, it would probably be that one. From a parent's perspective, it's very hard to keep up with where the cruise is putting which age group. So sometimes you might have to take your 5-year-old to one location, your 9-year-old to a different location, and then when you have to go pick them up, they're gonna be in a completely different location, because I think what they're trying to do is keep the kids entertained. They don't wanna keep them in one room for more than an hour or two because they just get bored. This is the door for Club O2, so you can kind of see what it looks like. A lot of teenagers are popping in and out of there, which is a pretty cool thing to be able to, you know, feel like as a teenager, you're experiencing the fun of the ship as well. Okay, so here's a tip for you. So the elevator on the front of the ship and in the middle of the ship only go to level 9. Why is that important? Well, the reason why is because the Lido deck, where all the restaurants and food are, that's located on deck number 10. In order to get to deck number 10, while using the elevators, you have to use the elevator all the way at the back of the ship. So depending on where your room is located, if it's on the middle of the ship, it might be easier to get to the back elevator in order to take it all the way up to the 10th floor. This deck 10 is called the Lido deck. And the reason it's called the Lido deck is because it's basically where all the fun happens. So whether you're looking for something exciting to do early in the morning or late at night, you can always find something to do on the Lido deck. All right, so this location is where they make the burritos and tacos. It's actually close to the restaurant, but it's not the restaurant, and so a lot of people decide to eat here. On this side is the best burgers and fries you are going to taste on the sea. So let's talk about the Mikado Lounge. The Mikado Lounge is basically where all of the big shows happen. So think bingo, Deal or No Deal, some of the musicals that are on the ship, it all happens here at the Mikado Lounge. You can actually access it on deck number 8 or deck number 9 using the very front elevator. All right, up on the 12th floor, you're gonna find towards the front of the ship, Cloud 9. This is the spa treatment that Carnival has. Now, on the Carnival Elation Ship, me and my wife got a couples massage. It was fantastic. Both the massage therapists, they did a really great job on me and on her, but I will let you know that at the end of the massage, they're definitely gonna try and sell you some massage oil, maybe some scrub. If you don't want it, just tell them no, you're not interested, and make sure to leave them a tip, guys. They could really use it. So the water park area consists of one big slide, 2 medium-sized slides, and then 2 kiddie slides over here. It also has kind of think of it like a splash pad for little kids. So this whole back of the ship is really dedicated towards the kids having some water fun. And these chairs right here, although they're empty right now, oh my goodness, these chairs fill up fast. So if you have kids and you're looking at keeping them close to the water park, you want to have a chair right here so that way you can keep an eye on them. This is where a lot of parents spend their time when they have kids that take advantage of these slides and the splash pad, all that good stuff. Now below on deck number 9, all the way at the very back of the ship, is the Serenity deck. The Serenity deck is just for adults, so it is exclusive for those who want to just hang out and chill without having children present. If you're looking for a nice place to eat, either breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and you want to kind of have some privacy, I would recommend eating down here. It's like a balcony level. It's on the 10th deck, and it does offer you a little bit of privacy around the back of the ship. Now we're gonna go to the front of the ship, so that way I can show you some of the amenities that are offered on the top decks towards the front. As we make our way to the front of the ship, there's a couple of things that I'll tell you. Is that during sunny days, I mean, all of these chairs all along the deck are just filled with people who are laying out enjoying the sun. But if you're on the 11th deck towards the front of the ship, you'll see like ping pong tables, and this is a good environment for kids to hang out and just play together and meet some friends. There's two of these ping pong tables. One is located on the left side of the ship, and then one is located on the right side of the ship. And they're used pretty frequently by children and adults alike. Now, let's make our way up the stairs towards the top part of the deck. Now we're here on deck number 14. Now keep in mind, this is the front part of the ship, right? On the front part of the ship, you have decks that are higher than on the back part of the ship. So you'll see cornhole here that you can play. And that's on the right side of the ship. And then you'll see the miniature golf course as well that is on the same deck. Look at that. So kids really enjoy playing, you know, miniature golf, and then taking advantage of the ping pong tables and all that stuff. The cornhole. This is where a lot of parents allow their kids to just kind of roam free, to meet other kids and to have some fun. So we're located basically on the topmost deck of the front of the ship, and look at that view down. You can see that's, again, level 10, level 11 is up there. And you can see it's a beautiful view. It's a great place to look at the sunrise as it's happening over the ocean, or the sunset. If I told you deck 14 was the topmost deck on the ship, I lied. I'm sorry. It's deck 15. I'm walking up the stairs now, and this will show you the view to the very front of the ship. But I gotta be honest with you, it is kind of windy from time to time up here. Now there are certain parts of the ship that are off limits, obviously, as there should be. But for the most part, you can be on this ship for days or even weeks and really just get a small flavor of all that this ship has to offer. Now the Carnival Elation is the smallest ship in the Carnival fleet. That's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is because it's the smallest ship, technically there's going to be less people on this ship than some of the bigger ships in the fleet. But it also means that there's fewer amenities. But if you ask me, with all of these amenities, this ship is probably the best ship in the Carnival fleet. If you have plans to go cruising on the Carnival Elation Ship, leave a comment below. Let me know what dates you're going to be cruising, because my wife and I, we cruise on the Carnival Elation often. We would love to see if maybe our dates hook up so that maybe we could connect on the ship. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, give a like, subscribe to the channel, and wander with me. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.